Now Bitcoin crashed again? WTH is going on! Bitcoin just crashed. Again. Right now it's sitting at 103k. So is this just a pullback? Or is something way more serious kicking off? Hey, I'm Neil, and today's video isn't just another price check, it's about what's really going on behind the scenes. Because yeah, the charts look rough. Liquidations are piling up. And on top of that, we've got major global news, like the kind that could send shockwaves across all markets. Hint, things in the Middle East just got a lot more intense. We are breaking down 3 key things happening in the market right now. What the charts are showing us, especially the moves from whales. The breaking global news that's shaking up the entire markets. And most importantly, how we should respond in a market like that. So, if you're wondering why Bitcoin's suddenly dropping, what the big players are doing, and whether it's time to panic or stay calm, you're in the right place. And spoiler, it's not time to panic. By the end of this video, you won't just understand why Bitcoin dropped, you will know what could happen next and where the real opportunity might be hiding. And hey, if these real-time updates help you out, please give it a like and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Enough said, let's jump in. First, let's go to the battlefield. No pun intended. Time for a quick heatmap and CVD check to see what the price action is telling us. At first glance, things look a bit bearish for now. Bitcoin started the session at 108.5k and then began a slow, steady drop down to 106.5k. You can spot a light green liquidation line right at that level. Then, the price got stuck in a corridor. There is a strong wall of resistance sitting between 107.9k and 108.7k, and on the bottom, a heavy support zone from 106.5k down to 105.8k. The price bounced around in this range, tried to push higher to 108.3k and triggered some short liquidations. But that wasn't enough. It got rejected again and started walking down the stairs, testing the support level again and again until it dropped to 105.7k. Now, just when you thought that was the bottom, nope. The price clung to that 105.7k support for a bit, then dropped sharply, triggering a series of long liquidations. First, it hit the 104.7k zone. Then, it slid even lower, wiping out long positions all the way down from 103.8k to 102.7k, with the bottom wick touching 102.6k. After that, the price bounced back a little, and at the time of this video, it's sitting around 103.6k. Now, let us check the liquidation zones. Above the current price, there are a few big short liquidation zones. The first one is around 107k and a much bigger one is waiting from 108k all the way up to 110.4k. So, if the price pushes back up, it could squeeze out shorts fast. On the downside, there is not as much support. You've got one liquidation cluster near 102.6k and another just below that, ending at around 101.6k. Conclusion. We are creeping closer to that psychological 100k mark again. If support weakens here, that level could be tested, but any bounce might trigger a short squeeze back into the 108k, 110k zone. So, stay sharp, the next few moves could be fast and loud. Time to dive into the CVD data and see what the whales are doing. First up, take a look at the Bitcoin price. That blue line is trending downward, so yeah, the price action looks weak right now. But let us bring in the whales, the big players. That brown line you see? That's the volume of large orders between 1 million and 10 million USD. They're still buying. They are accumulating. Now, look at the rest of the players. The smaller players, retail traders, and smaller investors are selling. We can see the lines trending down, which means they are dumping their coins while the whales are quietly stacking. And this sudden sell-off? It's not random. Here is the real reason why it all started. So, here's the big news. Israel launched strikes on Iran. Yeah, you heard that right. Israel targeted Iran's nuclear sites and military commanders in a major attack. That is the operation strength of a lion for us. And this is happening right now as we speak. Before we even know how this will play out, the markets reacted instantly. We are talking 335 million USD liquidated in just 60 minutes. That's huge. Stock futures are tanking. Oil is surging up, almost 7%. Global uncertainty is ramping up, and crypto is taking a hit too. Wall Street is in a free fall as Operation Strength of a Lion sends shockwaves through the markets. S&P 500 futures are down 1.36%, Dow futures down 1.23%, Nasdaq down 1.5%, and it could get worse. We were already stuck in this tariffs war, thinking it couldn't be any worse, but now this. So, yeah, geopolitical tension is a major factor behind this sudden drop. Traders are betting on fear. They are bracing for Iran's possible retaliation and the chaos that could erupt across the Middle East. To be followed. Let us talk liquidations and market sentiment, because they matter a lot right now. We are seeing longs get whipped out at about 10-1 compared to shorts. That's a signal that sellers might be running out of steam. Also, the long/short ratio is way out of balance, off by more than 5%. That's a red flag. When it's this extreme, we often see the price snap back into the opposite direction. Add to that a spike in 24-hour volume and you've got a mix that could either keep falling if fear wins, or bounce back hard if short sellers get trapped. Bottom line, the panic may be near exhaustion, but we are not out of the woods yet. Here's something else interesting. ETF inflows have been strong recently. BlackRock just had its biggest Ethereum ETF inflow in 4 months. Over 160 million USD. That's the highest daily inflow since February 5th, when they bought 274 million USD worth of ETH. This is definitely bullish in the bigger picture. But here's the catch. That kind of inflow can sometimes trigger retail FOMO. And when sentiment gets too greedy, we often see sharp corrections like the one we are seeing right now. That's why taking profits during euphoria and having a solid strategy during fear is so important. The next few weeks are going to be rough. We'll be hearing a lot of international news as things unfold, and it's hard to say exactly what's coming next. So, as I said at the beginning of the video, don't panic. Overall, my view on Bitcoin and crypto is still bullish, but with the macro news hitting hard right now, it's tough to predict where the price will go next. To wrap it up, Bitcoin's recent drop is mainly tied to macro news and liquidations, and we should expect even more volatility upcoming. Sentiment is shaky, but we might be close to seller exhaustion. Support around 100k is a key level to watch. And remember, panic selling rarely ends well. Whether you're trading, investing, or just watching, now is the time to stay informed and keep your emotions in check. If you found value in this video, please hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. So, do you think this crash is temporary or the start of something bigger? I'm talking about Bitcoin. How do you think the news will impact the Bitcoin's price or network? I'd love to hear what you think. That's Neil, signing off. Stay sharp, stay informed, and stay safe out there. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.